dang, I hope that doesn't start. Let me turn the volume down on this because it'll be all loud. Are we good to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's lock in.
All right.
Let's do it, right?
I'm not wearing Roger Federer shirt.
I think we're both wearing
Anyways.
a Roger Federer shirt. All right, you ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right, hello and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. Today is Friday, April the 22nd, 2022. And we are going to jump into quite a lot of topics, all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, first of all, shout-outs. Do you have any shout-outs you want to start today with?
Well, if Blakely's watching, we miss you. If Robert's watching, we miss you. Stop going on cruises, Robert. Like, really.
I think they go on like a cruise a week.
Man.
It's like, hey, what's up, man? What you doing this weekend? Cruise. See them, they get back in town.
And then I know Miss Ramirez doesn't watch this, but shout out to her.
Explain.
Because she's the Alma Bryant tennis coach. And I think she's done a wonderful job. You know, she tries her best to teach all these kids. And, you know, she's got a good little group.
She's done a phenomenal job.
She's done a phenomenal. She's a Spanish teacher. She's a history teacher. And on top of that, has to deal with a lot of stuff at the school, a lot of drama. You know, there was a saying that you said a lot when you're doing well, more haters.
Oh, that's a Kobe Bryant quote. The what's up, Jose P? The Kobe Bryant quote. And Jose P, let us know, by the way, if the audio quality is okay and the sound quality is okay, because we're running this off our tethering cell phone because our internet connection, once again, after a while was being great, just wasn't very good. So let us know if the audio is okay. But where was I? Where was I talking?
We were talking about the haters.
Oh yes, there's a quote by Kobe Bryant, and that quote that Kobe would say, the Mamba would say that if you have a lot of haters, then you're doing something right. Right? If you have a lot of haters, then you're doing something right. Yeah. And Miss Ramirez is the coach of the high school team that our children play on, and we've been blessed to be able to assist that team for quite a lot of years now.
And I hope that the principal of that school, with the money that he got for those courts, gets that done ASAP, because this is ridiculous. You know, we go see all these other schools, and they all have. We saw where did we go today? Satsuma. Yeah. Did you not think their courts were pretty nice?
They were beautiful.
I mean, and their school was okay looking. The courts were nice.
It was beautiful too.
But it was older.
It was nice.
Talking about it was an older school, but they had new tennis courts is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now, Alma Bryant School looks newer than that, and they have no tennis courts.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then Saraland, another school, a lot of kids we teach, they have beautiful courts.
Beautiful courts.
So, I mean, come on, Mr. Sprinkle, let's get going. Let's get this stuff going. I'm calling him out because...
Yeah.
You know,
Carla's beginning to have this building sensation of pressure or hostility against the principal of Alma Bryant High School, because I think there's quite a few things missed over the past year that were quite significant. Anyway, we won't get into that here. Okay, I have a shout out, number one, to the Mobile Tennis Center. The Mobile Tennis Center is a beautiful facility here in Mobile, Alabama. Definitely not a paid advertisement, but she was mentioning Miss Ramirez, which is the coach of our kids' high school tennis team, right? And we've been to state now 2 years in a row. But a beautiful facility, 80 courts. They just had the entrance redone.
Yeah, beautiful facility.
Beautiful. Both are 2 weeks in a row. Both weeks, people abound, and it was smooth. It was perfect. It was wonderful. Okay. Yeah. Also, shout out to Robert Frush. Just like Carla said, he's now always on cruises.
Man, the guy goes on cruises more than he plays tennis now.
Like, hey man,
I'm just saying.
What's up,
Robert? I'm like, come on, man. Like, I guess coffee and iced tea sells that good.
I don't know, man.
We're in the wrong business.
Damn cruises. I don't know.
And then no offense, Robert, but I don't know that I'd be taking my boy all the time. I think I would be like, come on, boy, straight A's or nothing, no trip.
I'd be like, hey,
no trip. I don't think I would be taking him on a trip. Just saying.
Yeah, wouldn't you want to say, like, you're about to graduate, son? It's about time you start paying for me a cruise.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
And shout out to Gabe Perkins. I took some pictures. He did his signing. He's going to be playing for the University of Mobile, it's called.
Yes. Do you have pictures there?
Yeah, I do. Actually.
See if you can show a couple. So Gabriel Perkins, family type young man. We've known Gabe since he was very young, and he was a tennis player when we met him. That's how we met. And he is off on scholarship to play college tennis at the University of Mobile.
There's his tennis coach from Satsuma.
Let's go, Gabe.
I thought he had the best speech out of all the athletes there. He gave the longest speech. And I said, you know what? He deserves it because he's been playing tennis for a long time.
Let's go, Gabe.
I got to see the other kids signing too. I thought one was emotional that teared me up. Actually, seeing the dad talk about his daughter. You know, did you see that one where he was saying he was getting all emotional? Yeah. I got emotional about that one because I thought about Lily and then Gabby and then Justin, that one day maybe we'll be in that situation to do the same.
So can I tell you what? Okay, usually we've been to a couple of these and usually I film them. Okay. Yeah. I was in the back and I attempted to film, but there was a gentleman that was speaking and he spoke really loudly. And when I hit record and I realized he was speaking kind of not introducing one at a time, he was actually making a speech. Mm-hmm. I hit stop and then I accidentally hit play in front of a police officer that was in front of me, just to hear what it sounded like. Yeah. So I had to dart out of the door and then I listened to it because he was very loud speaking, it sounded distorted. So I came back in and I didn't record. But anyway, congratulations to Gabe. Yes, fine young man. Love that kid for sure. Maybe he'll beat me in a set one day.
Yeah, I thought
he'll finally beat me in a set one day.
I think we've played quite a few sets and I think he's gotten like 6-3 with me and I've had to work hard for them. I feel like if Gabe, and I think he'll learn this in college, if he can practice the serve, that will be his weapon, the serve. But there are times where he's inconsistent, so he gives games away.
I'm hoping next time he comes out to play, which is usually weekly or bi-weekly, I hope that Gabe actually plays me a set and see if he can finally win that set. Mm-hmm. I hope so. I hope he beats me back. I
think he's capable of it. Yeah. He's capable of it. There are times where he's on for a few games and then kind of fades away. And I think it gets into his head. But I think that's for a new kid.
Well, my strategy with Gabe, and then we'll squash this and get right on to the first topic, which is banning of Russian and Belarusian players, Wimbledon, etc. But Gabe, for me, I just want to give him another ball to hit. But
he's become very consistent.
As long as I can track everything down and give him another ball to hit, I feel like I'm going to win. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I feel confident I'm going to hold my serve. So I'm if I can give him another ball and hold serve, then I'm thinking 6-1 again because it was 6-1 last time and 6-1 the time before that.
Yeah.
So.
It was great. It was great to see all those kids. I didn't understand the whole signing of the enlisted people, but I get it. I guess they wanted to include that, which made me feel like terrible about Christopher because they don't do anything for him.
Well, okay, and Carla's alluding to that we've gone to multiple high school signing days for either our students or friends and people going to respectable places. However, our oldest son, Jonathan, which goes to Alma Bryant High School, is now at the Air Force Academy. And he was the first kid ever to come out of their school to go to any military academy. They didn't even, it wasn't, okay, Jonathan who? Kind of like Radicon who? Who is Radicon who? Who? Radicon who? Andreescu, who is she now? Who is that? We'll get into that in a moment. And then our son Christopher, who's the second one in a row in 2 years that made it into a military academy, finished number 2 in his school, and the best.
Yeah, come on, Mr.
The best tennis player ever to come out of Bryant.
Come on, Mr. Sprinkle, come on.
And he doesn't even get a hello.
I'm gonna send her an email later on. Come on, Mr. Sprinkle, come on. Come on, we can't. I get they get much happier about baseball players going to community college. That's like a big deal. I hate to say that. I hate to say that, but I think his instructor even said, I strive for these kids to think more, that they could do more coming from Irvington, Bayou. They can do way more. And he said, your boys have done that. And that's why I'm putting a banner of them too next year, their big picture at the school.
Have you ever heard of positive reinforcement?
Yes.
Positive reinforcement. Yes. Whereas if you do something good or what your, trainer is trying to enforce that or condition that it's good. So if you do something great and someone gives you a hug, that's a reward. If you do something great and someone pays you money, if that's your thing, that's a reward, right? So it's important to reward people for things so people will want those same rewards.
Yeah.
So here we are. We have two gentlemen that we're alluding to. I get that they're our sons, but two people that have done things that no one else has ever done at a much higher level than any of these ceremonies that we've been to. And then what I'm saying is Alma Bryant's not rewarding their students. So why would they want to do that? Because they're not getting, we do it because we know it, but I'm saying other kids.
Yeah.
You know, the reason why they have those type of speeches is because all the other kids in the auditorium look down and they wish they could be that
I'm gonna
kid.
send
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll be sending emails.
So the purpose of those types of things is to let the assembly of kids that can see the select few that are taking their craft to the next level, then they can want to do that themselves. But here, where we're discussing, they obviously don't care about.
Obviously, it's okay.
They don't care about other people maybe wanting to emulate them.
I bugged the principal a lot, so I'll be bugging him on Monday morning.
Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. We keep grinding. Let's go. Come on.
Who's making all that noise?
Keep grinding. Hey, what's up with the noise in there, homies? Okay, topic number 1. And by the way, are we clear? Are we straight up? Are we good? What's up, Piotr Skowski? Let's go, Switzerland. Okay, topic number 1. This topic is this. The ATP, WTA, the ITF, and especially the majors. And I'm speaking of one major as of now, being Wimbledon, right? But I can assure you other majors will follow, and that is the banning or the termination of the ability for players from Russia or Belarus to be able to play and Wimbledon or at Wimbledon at this point. I can assure you that the meetings are already transpiring now at the other majors, right? I can assure you. I'll shut up here. What are your thoughts on that? What do you think about this?
First of all, I saw the list of Russian and Belarus players. But how would you say it?
Belarus is the country, but they call people from there Belarusian.
Okay, so I saw Andrew Rublev's quote. He said, "It's illogical and complete discrimination," which I agree with him. So these are the list of players that will not be able to play Wimbledon.
I'm guessing Azarenka,
which will hurt a lot. Rublev hurts a lot because he's a top player.
So Azarenka's one, Rublev's another, Medvedev's another.
You got Sabalenka, Azarenka, Pavlyuchenkova, Kasatkina, Kudermetova, Khachanov, and Karatsev are the players that will not be able to participate. And then the other, I'm going to read Novak Djokovic's quote, right? He said Djokovic calls Wimbledon's ban crazy.
It is crazy.
He said, "I will always condemn war. I will never support war being a child of war. When politics interfere with sports, results is not good," he says.
WTF.
Then the other shocking one to me was what Svitolina said.
Was Svitolina spoke up on the miss?
She spoke on that. She said that they should ask, and I have, and this thanks to B-Dog. Let me find it.
What's up, B-Dog?
He sent me this. Svitolina says demands Russian and Belarusian players answer 3 questions. She said, so they can be allowed.
So they're giving them a questionnaire.
That's what she said. She says silence in the face of injustice. Well, hold on. Let me read the correct thing because I don't want to get the.
So you're telling me that they're giving the Belarusian and Russian players a questionnaire, or they just can't play.
These are the questions that she said they should ask.
Okay. So Svitolina,
do you support?
You should ask them.
Yeah. Do you support Russia's and Belarus invasion in Ukraine's territory as a result of the war started by those countries? 2, do you support Russia and Belarus military activities in Ukraine? 3, do you support Putin's and Lukashenko's regime? Those are the 3 questions she said that you should ask him.
But what does that have to do with hitting a tennis ball?
She said if they don't speak out against Russian government, then it's the right thing to ban them. That's what she said.
Look, I don't know how and when and where that we began to apply one's political beliefs.
She said there comes a time when silence is a betrayal, and that is the time.
Okay, so unless they bash their country where they live, which I think these players may get in some type of maybe I'm missing some type of trouble.
Wouldn't they get in trouble?
I mean, I don't know.
I just saw in the news that there's quite a few reporters, Russian reporters, that are missing or been killed or suicide. They say. Yeah,
okay. So read the comment there.
From Piotr, it's so weird. A lot of Russian players play for Kazakhstan right now, like Bublik and Rybakina. Do they expect players to change nationality? Crazy.
It's a good question.
I mean,
But-
you can't expect these players to answer that. I mean, you can't. It's like let's say these baseball players in Cuba, and if they back in the days, if they spoke against
Still
Castro,
now we have a lot of great Cuban baseball players.
If they spoke against Castro, what do you think would happen to their families?
Done.
I mean, you cannot. I mean, you don't know. Maybe these guys don't live in Russia or Belarus, but they might have family members there.
What I still don't understand. I still don't understand how this is changing things. Do you think Daniel Medvedev goes and lives in St. Petersburg all year long, or is he training in like Monte Carlo somewhere?
But it's like saying, when 9/11 happened, remember there was so much racism toward Muslims. It's like saying, hey, if you don't denounce your, being Muslim, then you are with them. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. You can't do that. We're all human beings. We're all different. We all have our opinions. I could be from the USA, but not agree with things that the president does. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that I'm supporting him because I'm American. Same thing for my dad. What about all the drug and all the stuff that happens in Honduras? All the corruption, all the rapes, all the child trafficking. Doesn't mean that he's supporting that because he's from there. It just makes no sense to me.
Agreed. So if Carla, if you and I had a student come to the club tomorrow that was from Russia or from Belarus, are we going to say, no, I'm not going to teach you or your children how to play the game because you're from Russia?
Well, it's the same thing. There was things in New York that they were Russian restaurant owners. I mean, you're going to not support their restaurant, not go to the restaurant because they are Russian? I mean,
it's elementary. Seriously.
I think Svitolina needs to shut up in this topic because she is now getting personal. You know what I mean? This is something personal, something touchy.
Yeah, it makes no sense. You would think that tennis, which has always been kind of a together kind of universe, that tennis is a small world, believe it or not, right? Mm-hmm. Generally, and I'm not saying all, there are some exceptions to the rule, but mostly tennis players kind of have the same type of mindset. Tennis fans have the same type of mindset, at least inside of a standard bell-shaped curve, right? So you have some outliers, but generally they're kind of in the meat. But this is totally irrational. It doesn't make much sense because we want to emulate as tennis players a universal language. But here we are drawing lines in the sand because just because your flag is from Russia, you are somehow propping up some regime. Mm-hmm. You're just playing tennis. You're born from somewhere. You're proud of your flag. Just let me play the damn game. What the hell? I mean, I guess I get from the left side, put it that way. I get how crazy that is and how they try to justify that. But at the same point in time, it's not really a big deal in terms of tennis. Just let the brother play or let the young lady play, right? Yeah. Anyways, still stupid. But I didn't read Svitolina's take on it. I think you wrote that while I was.
Well, it was B-Dog that sent me the 3 questions that Russians and Belarusians should be asked. I thought that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, who are you to decide that you're going to have a standardized test to ask somebody? What I already think what is preposterous is tests like the ACT and the SAT. So you have some kid that's really a bright kid, and they spend 4 years studying their ass off in high school, but they sit down because they have to take a standardized test to make a certain score to even apply for a certain school, such as the ACT or the SAT, right?
Yeah, which a lot of people get.
A lot of people are highly intelligent, but they get test taking anxiety. They kind of freeze up, just like why some players can drill really good on the tennis court, and then when you get them in a match, they freeze up, right? How many players have you met, Carla, that can drill lights out, boom, 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 but you put them in a match, holy crap!
About 80%.
There's one that we teach often. I won't mention any names, but it's a thing. And just because someone doesn't pass a standardized test that someone else created does not damn well give anyone the right to come up with those questions and to be judge and jury based upon those questions that were written. Who the hell are you to tell me if I don't like it? Shut the hell up. Just let me play the game. I didn't bring up your mom, did I? I didn't bring up your sister. I mean, you get what I'm saying? It's cheesy. It's really quite dumb, honestly. I think tennis as a whole needs to look at themselves in the mirror, at least the oligarchs of the tennis world, and ask yourself, what? Like, what? Why? Right? Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Okay. Next quick topic. Emma Raducanu. Who? Sounds like a damn owl up in here. Anybody know who Emma Raducanu? Who? Anybody know who that is? I forgot.
Yeah.
Andreescu, who? I think
Andreescu has tried. Andreescu played a good match. Stuttgart against Sabalenka, lost in 3 sets.
who?
I read an article which she said because of all her injuries that she's been through, she almost thought about, she got COVID, then she went through her injuries. She almost thought about quitting tennis.
Okay, she might as well already quit. She's played what, 5 matches in 2 years?
Well, she got injured. She played, she has a big body. We talked about this. Tough on the knees to do all that running and sliding.
You know what's tough?
What?
Is when young players like Raducanu and Andreescu get millions of dollars after winning in the U.S. Open, or even better for Bianca, because she won Indian Wells. She was on fire that one hard court season early, rolled off a couple premieres, and then blow, takes the U.S. Open that year, right?
Mm-hmm.
She put a couple.
Yeah, but Andreescu.
A who?
No, I don't think she's a who. Andreescu won that legit. She beat a lot of good players, Justin.
Who?
Whereas Raducanu, who
is that?
Watch her today, and some people say she can win Roland Garros. Who can win Roland Garros?
Who?
Definitely not Raducanu.
Is it Raducanu?
Definitely not.
It can't be a Raducanu.
No.
Yeah, not even Andreescu.
So we're gonna have Sabalenka against Bedosa and Swiatek against Samsonova.
By the way, congratulations to Paula Bedosa. She is now number 2 in the world, overtaking Krejcikova.
Mm-hmm.
And Krejcikova is a fine player, so we do have some heat on the women's game. Swiatek at 1, Bedosa at 2, Krejcikova at 3. It's a pretty top heavy women's game. They're doing big things. What's up on the men's side?
I'll give it to
Sissy boy.
Swiatek number 1 because she has won a slam. I can't say that about the other ones.
Didn't Krejcikova win one?
French, yeah. But she but I'm not. But Bedosa has yet to win one.
And I don't think she will.
I don't think she will either.
Poll question. Can you poll one?
Sure.
All right. Poll question. Does Paula Bedosa ever win a major?
Does Bedosa
ever win a major? I don't think so. I don't think
so either.
I don't think she. I think Bedosa has that kind of Sharapova-ish factor. In other words, she knows she's hot. She knows she's fine. Like, damn, Miss Parker. Okay, that's Bedosa, but I don't think Bedosa is the ticket to win a major. I just don't. Now, thinking about Miss Parker, we were talking earlier about Maria Sharapova and Eugenie Bouchard. Why were we talking?
She's gonna be a mommy. Good for her.
Okay.
Good for her. She's like 35 years old. She's gonna be good. Whoa.
Okay. Now, why else were we talking about Paula? Why else we were talking about Maria Sharapova, Eugenie Bouchard earlier? And as you know, if you don't know who Eugenie Bouchard is, she made it to the finals of Wimbledon in 2014. I think she lost to Lisicki, and then who did Eugenie Bouchard lose to in the final?
Serena. I thought it was Serena.
No, I think she beat her in the semis. I think, or someone else beat her.
No, Serena beat her. I could look.
So anyway, it doesn't matter. But
I thought Bouchard played Serena, and I can find out.
It's possible. I don't think so in the final though. I think that was when Lisicki won it.
Lisicki never won anything. She lost to Bartoli.
Who was maybe Kerber won it then? Anyway. Okay. Shit.
It was Wimbledon, right?
Okay. Eugenie Bouchard, though, the reason why we were talking about Eugenie Bouchard and Maria Sharapova earlier is that Eugenie Bouchard called Maria Sharapova a dick. Okay, I didn't know
a bit of a 6'3", 6'0".
Kvitova. I knew it was a blondie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Eugenie Bouchard called Maria Sharapova a dick, and you're asking yourself, like, damn, I didn't even know a girl could.
I don't think I've ever
a dick.
I don't think I've even called a guy that.
I'm like, damn, this girl just called me a dick, and okay, interesting. Anyway, but she called her a dick, and this was on a podcast, a Canadian podcast. And why did she call Sharapova? Why did Eugenie Bouchard call Maria Sharapova a dick? Okay, let me tell you what. Quote unquote. I'll role play Bouchard. I'll be Bouchard. Oh, I would go warm up with her, and we would go out and play the match. And bless you. And we would go out and play the match. And we would go out and we would coin toss for who serves and who receives. And we would go out and warm up. You get the 5 minutes to warm up or 10 minutes. You take serves. And she would say she was such a dick because every time I would tap her a ball to hit back and forth with me, she would whack it at me. So understand this. Put this into thought and try to role play this with yourself. If you're a tennis player, you go out to the match, right? Which you're supposed to be warmed up long before that. If you think that 5 minutes when you go out to that court is to warm yourself up, you are sadly mistaken. That is so you can check out your weaknesses and your opponent's game. or check out your opponent's game. Not to go out there and hit balls back and forth and be like, yeah, I'll take forehands and backhands, whatever. You go out there, you got 5-10 minutes to warm up, and you get on with it, right?
Mhm.
So Eugenie Bouchard was bitching about the fact that every time that time would come, they would play one another. Okay, you went up or down, M or W, P or D, whatever your deal is, and they would, and the judge would say, or the umpire would say, you got 5 minutes, carry on, right? Well, Eugenie Bouchard would pick the ball up and tap the ball in, and they start hitting back and forth, and Maria Sharapova would be like, oh, bow, get some, just whack it at her. So Eugenie Bouchard's wanting to warm up, like, hey, warm up with me. I'm a 2014 Wimbledon finalist. That sucks. Let me just warm up. Bouchard, and then Sharapova would be like, nah, get some. When you give her a ball. Ooh. Okay, anyway, so Carla, I'll ask you this question. Do you think that Maria Sharapova was a quote-unquote dick for blasting the ball at Eugenie skinny, trombone looking, looks like a dental floss, white on white, man, what the heck is Eugenie Bouchard? Looks like a damn linguine noodle. Do you think Sharapova is a dick, quote unquote, for telling linguine noodle that she didn't warm up right?
No, I mean, you're like you just said, you're supposed to warm up before your match.
Whatever.
That's why they're on the court for hours warming up before they go.
Yeah.
No, that is not your warm up. Sorry.
Both of those blondies get an hour at minimum on center court so people can take pictures of their short shorts and warm up. Okay? Get lost, Bouchard. Get on these because you are the dick, not Sharapova. Look, when Rafael Nadal goes out and goes into his pre-match, right? Rafael Nadal goes to the other side of the net and waiting for the coin toss, and he's like, and then he's like, give me the ball. He's like a dog that hadn't eaten in a week. He's like Ivan Pavlov's dogs that are classically conditioned to kick your ass. And then he's like, you win the serve. And he's like, well, let's go. And he charges back to the baseline. Do you think there's any theatrical performance in that?
Yeah.
He's trying to intimidate you.
Yeah, obviously.
He's trying to intimidate you before the damn warm-up starts.
Absolutely.
So Sharapova is simply trying to tell Bouchard, get lost if your ass ain't warmed up yet, because I ain't giving your ass not 1, 3, 2, 4, one bit of rhythm in this warm-up, and then I'm going to commence to kicking your ass. So if you didn't warm up beforehand and you were too busy taking pictures of your own ass, which it looks like a little skinny booty, then look, go back to the damn Cosmopolitan photo shoot because it didn't work in 2015 after you lost the Wimbledon final in 2014 and you sucked ever since. So find a way to rewind to then and scratch out the now.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Anyway.
Just saying.
Okay.
Pretty truthful.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I just think she's probably bored. Is she even playing tennis?
Eugenie Bouchard, who? Andreescu, who? Raducanu, who? Who even? I forget who I'm talking about these days. I have no idea. Don't unsubscribe because we said Raducanu who at the same time we said Raducanu who, and at the same time we said Eugenie Bouchard who. Okay, we're getting pretty good on the who's. Okay, Tsitsipas loses to Carlos Alcaraz and gets a little bit of his own medicine with the bathroom break tirade at the end of the second set and beginning of the third set. Carla.
Well, I watched the match because I think Tsitsipas beat him. Didn't he just beat him at Monte Carlo?
Yeah.
So he got his revenge. So I think Alcaraz won the first set and Tsitsipas won the second, I think. And then Alcaraz got him in the third. So Alcaraz, after he lost the second, took a break. Supposedly an 8-minute break. I think Alcaraz even said I needed to recollect my thoughts.
8 minutes. He
obviously admitted to taking the break on purpose.
Yep.
But then again, doesn't Tsitsipas do it on purpose? He was complaining and arguing with the umpire saying, hey, how long did he take? And I think the umpire said like 3 minutes. He's like, no, you're wrong. You're going to get fired. That's wrong. He took a long time. Anyways, I guess in the argument, something changed his shirt, took long, so he got a time violation. Then he got a point penalty, and he didn't realize that he's still arguing with the umpire at 4-0 when he was down. 4-0.
Karma.
4-0. And then he whacked the ball like straight at Alcaraz, and he ducked.
Oh, well.
I thought it was pretty funny. He was crying like a little baby.
I think
Wildlife said, what a little bitch. And that's why I don't like Tsitsipas, because he uses this method, right, of making his opponents cold, chilling them out. It got used on him this time.
Sounds like the pot calling the kettle black. Pot calling the kettle black. It's how it works. You know,
I like it.
Tsitsipas wants to use it on everybody else, and it's okay. You know, Daddy up there, you know, Patrick Mortagaloo, Jack in the Box, you know.
I like it.
You know, it's all good when they implore it, but when Alcaraz implores, it's a big deal. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, dude, come on, man. I'm a pot, you're a pot.
I like that he used it. I mean.
Well, it sucked to see that because I hate it either way. But the last person that has the right to bitch about that is Tsitsipas. What's his name? Sissy bitch? Oh, Sissy. How do you say his name?
He tried. So Wildlife says he tried. He tried to take a toilet break in the middle of the set, and I guess the umpire did not let him do it.
Well, good for the umpire.
But he was down like 4-0, 3-0.
Look, there's no one out there that can tell me honestly in comments that you have never seen Tsitsipas, and Patrick Pretty Boy Mortagaloo ever use this as a way to break other players' rhythm. So you have to look at yourself in the mirror on that one. Period. Come on. Look, there's a skit on Monday Night Football. That's Come On Man with Randy Moss and Steve Young and these guys. That's a come on man. How you gonna come on man about bathroom time when this guy's the expert at it? Give me a break.
Yeah, he was penalized twice. He said Alcaraz was taking too long in the washroom. He says, if you are wrong, you should be fired. And the Greek was penalized twice because he was found guilty of changing his T-shirt too slowly during the changeover.
Jeez.
In addition, he was down 0-3 in the third set and took an excessively long pause.
Nutty.
Yes, he deserved it. I love it. I mean, if you watch this is just crazy. I mean, do you get
You want to show it? Check it out.
Just hit play.
Oh,
hit play again.
Yeah, this is the deal. This is the man.
Back, yeah.
Oh yeah, hit play.
Uh-huh. If you're wrong, you should be fired. Like a little baby.
Little baby boy. Little baby.
He got his ass beat by a man.
He needs a baby bottle for his chocolate milk.
Tsitsipas the Greek.
Chocolate
milk.
milk.
He looks like Cupid with the diapers.
Chocolate milk.
Cupid?
Yeah.
Like with the diapers.
Shoots people with a heart and bow and arrow. He needs a little chocolate milk. Chocolate milk. For
well, Stefanos' father with his shirt, and he's like this. Every time I see that guy, he's like this.
Who?
His father is like this.
His name's Apostolos.
With the shirt, he's like this.
Isn't his name Apostolos? Isn't it Apostolos? Oh, Apostolos on that ass, you know? He's swelling up. Isn't his name?
His dad is obviously Cookie. So it's 57% say Bedosa will not win a major.
That's
I mean, they're right. There's no way. I make a bet, too, with someone out there that she will never win a slam. Just like I make that bet with Michael Walker. That Raducanu will never win a slam.
Raducanu, who we keep talking about this girl. Who is this? I forgot who it was.
If any of you guys want to make a bet, and you got to put the money down too, you know. I'm not like Justin that says no, you don't have to put the money down. You got to put the money down. Like Michael Walker bet me, I think $100.
He paid you.
No, he bet me that Raducanu will win a slam, and I said no, she will never win a slam. Another slam.
Yeah.
So we have that bet going.
It
might take years, but we have that bet going.
It's a good bet.
Yeah.
Let's go. Raducanu? I forgot. I don't know. Okay, who's a better player right now on paper? Andreescu or Raducanu?
Andreescu, because she just came back and almost beat Sabalenka. Whereas Raducanu. Yeah. Raducanu has been playing a lot and losing.
So do you know I find a lot of similarities between Bianca Andreescu and myself? You know how? Because when Bianca Andreescu puts 100% energy into a match, like you, she's hurt for like 6 months. If I play a match 100%, I'm hurt for 6 months. I might even have surgery after it. Right? Is it true? I mean, it's true. If I play 50%, you know, I might limp for a day. But if I play 100%, I'm in the ER, right?
Let's talk about Djokovic.
All right, let's go.
I was watching him last night with my little guy. I was like, oh, look, you know, usually I don't enjoy watching Djokovic, but, you know, I said,
you want to sit here for a second?
I said, I haven't seen this guy play in a long time. And he was playing at the Serbian Open. And I was kind of happy to see him. He played, he was playing Kekmanovic. And to me, he looked really rusty. His serve was really off. His drop shots were off. You can tell that Djokovic has not played for a long time. But he got through that match. It was great to see him. Do I think he's going to win the French Open now? I don't think so.
He's just rusty.
Yeah, I think he's very rusty.
He's rusty.
Very rusty. For him to let Kekmanovic, and who was the other player that got close to him? I was his first round. So he beat Kekmanovic in 3 sets. 4-6.
That was his boy.
6-3, 6-3. Yeah, but the match before that, his match was, let me see, Sunday. I'm looking at some scores here. I couldn't remember the name. Sorry, guys. Just shows you how busy we are teaching. Who did he play before that? Kekmanovic. Who did this guy play? I can't even find him.
It doesn't matter. Do you think?
Jiri. 2-2. So he loses the first set 6-2 and then wins 7-6, 7-6. That's a tie match against Jiri.
So he played his
2 Serbians.
He played Serbian and Serbian.
Yeah, 2 Serbians. And his next match is Hachinov.
Let's go. Okay, so he gets a Russian and 2 Serbians.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of racism.
And then so Fognini is in the other semifinal with Rublev.
That's a good tournament.
Yeah, it's a good little tournament. Serbian Open.
So how many of those players are able to play at Roland Garros, do you think?
All of them.
Well, Kachanov's Russian, isn't it?
No, but that's the French Open. They didn't put a ban against.
You don't think they will? You don't think the French Open will chime in on that?
Aren't the French more liberal?
Well, do you think the other majors will follow suit? Do you think the other majors will be bitches too? Do you think they'll start bringing up people's?
I think the English could be little bitches. I don't think the French will do that.
So here, let me ask you another question. And Lily, you're both tennis players. Do you think that if you were Medvedev or Svitolina or whoever, right? I get she's Ukrainian, and do you think that maybe the best thing to do would be to give them a voice, to give someone like Medvedev a voice, to give someone like Victoria Azarenka a voice? And do you think maybe if they won a tournament, they could say, hey, we love tennis and we love people, and maybe use them as a voice for good instead of cutting them out for the bad? Do you think? You think Medvedev and someone like Azarenka would stand up for what's right?
I think that all the players need to stand up to Wimbledon, all of them, and voice their opinions and make a stand.
What do you think?
Just like baseball players do. Strike. They just didn't they use their insurance to cover them? They can't afford for players not to go to Wimbledon. They need to strike. I would strike, just like baseball players do. When they're upset, they
have a lockout.
Have a lockout.
Have a lockout. In other words, who are you to say that we all can't play? So let's get together as the ATP or the WTA, and none of us play.
None of us play. And guess what? Wimbledon, you used your insurance already. Can't do it twice.
So hold hands united.
Hold hands,
so maybe, what's up, Eleanor? Good evening to you as well. But so maybe the best thing to do would be to unite for freedom and peace and happiness and looking out for one another, and say, hey, if those from Russia and Belarus can't play because you're just saying that's a bad guy and what we say is what goes, maybe we should none of us play.
That's what I would do.
But what about last year? We had COVID and now we got this. So the past 2 years we've dealt with COVID and you can't play because of COVID stuff. And now we've got, you can't play if you're from damn Russia or Belarus. What a bunch of horse shit.
See, Jack says, don't know what make of decision could be own goal by Wimbledon. I don't know. What is their intention for this? That we stand by the Ukrainian? Well, if you want to stand by them, help them.
Yeah,
help them.
And look,
send them weapons. Send them. I don't know. Do something. Send them money. Send them. I don't know.
Look what Ella says. Ella says some players may actually agree with Wimbledon decisions.
I'd agree. I'd agree because they don't want to see Medvedev playing. He's number 2 in the world.
But ask yourself why? Is it because they've been loaded with propaganda and their minds have just seen one side of the story? And there's no 2 sides of the story. The story here is that there's tennis players.
I think that some of them might agree just out of pure selfishness.
Yeah.
Just because some of those players are dangerous at the slam.
All right, Lily. What are your thoughts on
What
are your thoughts on not letting Ukrainian and
you mean Belarusian?
Excuse me, Belarusian and Russian players play?
I think it's not really fair. It's not like they chose to be Russian. I understand that they're trying to prove a point to Putin, but that's not a very good way to do it. I just feel like that tennis, that's not going to do much, and it's not really helping out, and it's just affecting themselves, if anything.
Well, my thing is, here's the other thing, right? When the Russians went to the Olympic, they weren't representing Russia, right? What was it that they had? ROC?
I think it was the People's Republic. Okay. No, yeah, it was like some independent thing. So
why couldn't they represent no flag?
Exactly. So
you had a whole bunch of Russians that took illegal drugs. So then all the Russians paid the price. Well, why not do something like that, like the Olympics did?
It's a good question.
I mean, why attack? I mean, I would just tell them don't play with the flag.
Okay, so all these players that can't play, do you have to put an asterisk next to the person who wins it, saying,
Absolutely.
"Well, not everybody here is."
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
There's already an asterisk next to Raducanu's U.S. Open because it was the COVID era. There's already an asterisk next to LeBron James' championship in the bubble last year because of the situation, right?
Oh, I didn't know there was a bubble. Okay.
You tell me there's not an asterisk on LeBron James' last championship.
You just don't like him. You don't like homeboy.
I'm a diehard Lakers fan. I'm just sorry,
Yeah,
I'm not
okay,
a LeBron fan, but you know there's an asterisk next to that championship.
I never thought of it that way.
Anthony Davis can't even stay healthy to save his life.
Okay, Jack 22 agree says, agree. I don't know what's the objective of this behind the decision. Who was consultant? How was it even made? And how does the WTA and ATP allow this? I mean, how are you protecting your players? You're not even protecting them. You guys don't make it's like they have no voice. Hello, all the players should stand. I mean, come on.
What do you think, Justin? Do you want to play tennis?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good boy. He can play.
All right, what's the next topic?
But yeah, okay. Bedosa number 2 in the world.
Yeah.
Do you think Paula Bedosa is a genuine number 2?
Well,
like
she
genuine.
is.
Is she a beast?
She's consistent.
Who were some previous number 2s in the world? Chris Evert, Steffi Grafs, Justine Henin, Serena Williams's, Venus Williams's. Where is Bedosa on that list?
I'll tell you what's her name. Safin's sister, Dinara Safina, who never won a slam.
Is Bedosa
and
is Bedosa a deserving
Lina,
number?
yes.
Lina, it's a
but
great
she
one.
won a slam.
Yep.
Many.
She won 2.
Yeah.
She won 2, didn't she? Won a US Open.
But she's won. We got to say players that never won a slam.
Is Bedosa as good as other number 2s, or is this just a weak era?
It's a weak era. It's a weak era of people that don't serve well, who hit everything hard. There's no variety.
There's a bunch of really good players, but there's not any great players. Swiatek is becoming one.
Yeah.
She's becoming one.
Who's your French Open women's favorite? None. Alex.
Swiatek at this point.
None.
Swiatek.
Maybe Krejcikova could repeat it. I don't know.
Swiatek.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not saying she's
maybe
gonna
Halep
win,
can win and retire, but I don't see it happening.
Halep's at the age where every time she plays hard for 3 sets, she's going to limp for 2 days, just like me. She's at the injury-prone stage. She stays lame on something. Mm-hmm. I don't see Halep winning the French Open. It's possible. It's very damn possible.
Oh, what's up, Brian? How are you?
Ryan Mason, what's up, bro?
Yeah, we're probably gonna get a surprise winner again, Alex VR, because that's how it's in the women's. It's always a surprise winner. We're like, oh my God, she played doubles? What? Oh, what? She won the French Open? Oh my God. So many French Open one-time winners. So many. There's no dominance on the surface like it was with Chris Evert. Chris Evert dominated. Steffi Graf dominated when Monica Seles was healthy.
Suarez Navarro
was very good at clay. Who else was good at clay?
And the men's how about men's too?
Henin won quite a few
what
of them.
about Gustavo Kuerten?
I'm talking about the men have always been consistent. I'm talking about the women. We haven't had a consistent clay specialist on clay. Mm-hmm. I mean on clay. We haven't had a women's clay specialist. Have we had one? No.
What about Sanchez Vicario?
I'm talking about like now. When's the last time we had one? Krejcikova won at one time.
How many did Justine?
Swiatek won at one time.
How many did Justine Henin win?
Maybe 3.
Justine Henin was a beast.
That's the last person, I think. Serena's won a couple. I mean, we haven't had. Schiavone won 1. I'm talking about consistent. Consistent clay specialist. We haven't had that. Serena has 3. Yeah.
Do you want to see a clay specialist woman?
Fuck yeah, why not?
You would like to see a woman roll out
12 majors? To me, the French Open on the women's side to me sucks because you have what? It's a winner that you never expected. You're like, where did this person? When Krejcikova came on the tour, you're like, when she won it, I'm like, who? I had to search her up. I'm like, what? She played doubles?
Mike Walker. I just saw him. What's
up,
Mike?
Michael Walker.
What's up, Mike?
Michael Walker. We have a bet. Don't forget it. Your beautiful girl, Raducanu, who will never win a slam.
Can't do shit.
Swiatek's won 1. Halep's won 1 as well.
Raducanu can't do nothing. Okay, here's a question. So we were talking about having Carlos talking about wanting a goat to come out of the women's side on clay, right?
Yes.
But yet, aren't we bored of the big 3? Is the big 3 done? Are the big 3 men, Djokovic, Nadal, Federer, are they done? Is the big 3 now the big who, like Raducanu and Andreescu? Is the big 3 who now? I know Djokovic, as you all know, I'll be pulling forward just like Federer if he comes back. If Federer gets another match, he'll play one, win the first round, and limp for a week. But is the big three done? Is the big three over? Is it no more big three? Big three who? The Three Musketeers go in history and have a candy bar? I don't know.
Okay, so here.
I think it's done. I think it's done.
2021, Krejcikova won. 2020, Swiatek won. This was when we had COVID. Barty won in 2019. 2018 was Hella. 2017 was Yelena Ostapenko. We're like, who is this girl? And now she sucks.
Now she's Pillsbury Doughboy.
2016 is Gabi Muguruza, but she's won a couple of slams, so you still have to give it. But so we haven't had a consistent winner. Barty won one and never will win another one because she retired. Swiatek's won one and Krejcikova's won one.
But isn't that the same on all surfaces in the women's game since the the dominance?
Let's go back here. Let's go back here. Okay, Steffi Graf, Sanchez, Celis, Steffi Graf, Sanchez, Graf, Eva Maioli, who beat Hingis. That's the only one she ever got. Sanchez again, Graf, Pierce, Capriati, Serena, Henin, Meskina, who should have never won that slam, won that one and retired. Henin, Ivanovic, that destroyed her career.
Alice Huillard dropped to Capriati, and I agree with you. She was solid.
Capriati was good on clay. She won the Australian, and then she won clay.
She could play.
But I'm just saying how consistent. Then we had Schiavone, and then Lee now won a couple of slams.
Okay, so let's ask you Lily a question. Lily, do you like playing? Do you like playing on a hard court or clay court better, and why?
I like hard more still. I feel like I can hit my shots better and they're more compact because on clay it just slows down the game. I just feel like I can play better on hard. But I like clay because I can slide and stuff like that.
So because you serve hard, do you think your serve is less of an advantage on clay because when it bounces it kind of slows up a bit after it comes off? So your serve is big. You have triple digits. She can put it in there. So you're telling me when it bounces on clay, it takes away your advantage to the big serve?
Not completely, but still, I feel like it slows it down a little.
Capriati was good on the resurface. Agree. Okay, the guys voting yes is just because they think she's pretty.
Is hot.
They're not thinking with They're not thinking with their brains. They're not thinking with their brains, guys. Think with this brain, not the other brain. That doesn't exist. Think with this brain.
Look. The most beautiful tennis player to ever walk.
It's definitely not Bedosa.
It's Ana Ivanovic.
Bedosa doesn't even come close.
Ana Ivanovic is numero uno, primero uno.
Bedosa's like on the. You need to stop, Justin. Bedosa's not even on that list. Sorry, just saying.
She's number two.
Ana
Ivanovic is number
one. You
one.
have two? I can think of way prettier girls.
Give me someone better than her.
Kornikova's way prettier than her. What? Sabatini's way prettier than her. There's a lot of Russian girls that are way prettier than Bedosa.
Who?
Let's be real.
Sharapova who?
Sharapova is pretty.
Sharapova looks like a toothpick.
You look like a toothpick too.
I mean,
why would you say Sharapova? But why would you say someone's a toothpick when you yourself are a toothpick?
Okay, well you married a toothpick then.
But I'm not saying Sharapova is a toothpick.
Okay.
Why would you call her?
Because Sharapova looks like a damn fudgesicle. She looks like a popsicle stick, like the Jello pops that Bill Cosby used to have, like this thing.
Okay.
That's how Sharapova looks.
Ryan Mason, you're gonna get in trouble with your wife. You're gonna get in big trouble if you say you like Bedosa.
She's pretty girl, but
she's pretty, but she's
Ana
not.
Ivanovic is number one. And look,
remember, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
And Gabriela Sabatini.
I'm generalizing.
Hey, what about these two? Liliana and Carla.
Yeah, it's on the again. Everybody has a type. Bianca's looking fair. I like Bianca Andreescu. I do. I like her game. She's strong.
What is your type, Carla?
Blondes.
Blondies. Okay.
Light eyes.
Okay.
Tall, skinny linguinis.
Lily is not. Lily's
tall,
not.
Skinny
Lily's not allowed to answer this question. Justin, what is your kind of type?
So the 6-year-olds.
I'm just asking a 6-year-old. I'm just curious. Legos.
I don't think
garbage pail
he
kids.
has no idea what that is.
Pokemon cards. His thing is Pokemon cards. That's your type. Okay.
Raducanu's nice. Raducanu. Let's go back to this. So I was reading an article with Pam Shriver, and you know what? Good for her for bringing this out. She says she had an inappropriate relationship with her coach, who was 50 years old at the time, and she was 16 years old. Her coach, who passed away, her ex-coach, who passed away in 2020, Don Cody. She says she was 16 years old and she was in love with him. Ooh. At the age of 20. They had a sexual relationship.
Isn't that illegal?
And it's illegal. They had a sexual relationship and he was married. So they were having an affair. And she said it messed her up. And she said she knows that this goes on a lot when she says physios working on girls, it just brings her thoughts in her head, what's going on. And I know it goes on a lot. When I went to the Nick Bollettieri camp, there was a girl, a very pretty Russian girl, as a matter of fact. She was having a relationship with one of her coaches. They were like writing love letters and stuff like that. And I think the guy got fired. So this goes on a lot, which is why I will never let my daughter be alone with a coach. Like if he said, "Oh, I'll travel with her," no, she's gonna travel with me and you.
Isn't this one of the benefits why we coach together? How many times, Carla, over the years, in the past 13 years now of coaching together, how many times have I said, the best thing to do, you meet a new person, new student, young girl, mom drops her off. You don't know, you have no idea. It's best that we're together. Some parents, and we are very trustworthy parents, right? We don't have a problem with dropping our kids off anywhere. A matter of fact, just the other day, and I won't bring up names, but there was a couple of people that wanted our two youngest kids to spend the night with them, and Carla's immediate response was no. And it wasn't anything against the people. It was just for a long time we've been asked the same question, and we don't really trust. Our Carla as a mother didn't really trust the people to.
It's not that I didn't trust.
Well, I think one time when Jonathan and Christopher were in like ninth and maybe seventh grade, we brought them somewhere, and then all of a sudden we realized when we picked them up, they were like shooting shotguns in the woods, and we were like, "What the?" And we were like, okay, but do you get what I'm saying, though?
Yes, it had nothing to do with them. It's just that my dad's always told me never trust anyone.
Yeah, don't trust anybody.
But what I'm saying is these coaches,
everybody will fuck
they're traveling together, they're living together, you're in the same hotel rooms, you're together, and young minds get confused, and the older guys take advantage of this. They take advantage of this, and those girls are young, looking for a father figure, or they don't know anything. They fall in love with that person. It happens so much in the tennis world. And, for her, she said it affected her big time. I mean, to the point where he's cheating with her with having a wife. That's what I'm saying. She will never, ever go with a coach.
So Ella asked a question. I always like her. She's been around for a while. Ella says, it seems the new class of players lack power and speed. Is that due to the players being taller? I don't see. Here's my problem. I think the players sometimes these days have too much power. The speed is just laziness, but the power thing, Bodazar, what's up, bro? But the power thing is, I think players have too much power these days, and making reference to a couple or not just a couple, many students, especially the junior students and some of the college students that we have. You look, and I'm going to pick on Gabe Perkins for a minute. I love you, Gabe. We went to his college signing. He's a college player now, and every time that we played Gabe, knowing he could beat us really badly if he would just be patient.
Good question.
But he hits the ball so hard all the time.
Meaning that there's no control. I think that's what Justin means.
The harder you hit the ball, you lose control.
What he's saying is that's all they do is they hit the ball hard.
They just hit the ball hard.
And so if two people start hitting hard, eventually someone's going to
You can't control it.
So you got to be able to slide, throw it something.
Yeah, how can you have too much power when you can't control it?
Yeah.
If you can't control it, you're gonna have to pull off the throttle, ease it back, loosen up the hand, do something so we can get the ball, get some bite on the, increase the texture of your strings, go to a thinner string, go to a textured string, whatever, throw some ridges on it, or do something. But if you can't control the ball into the court for more than 5-6 shots, get lost, because people that can chip the ball, slice the ball, and retrieve everything, they're going to give you another ball to hit, and if you can't get more than 5 or 6 balls, then you're in trouble.
Right.
That's how you can.
That's
have
what
too
we're
much
lacking
power.
a lot in women's tennis is the variety. That's what I feel like. The guys have that a lot more. I think we watched Alcaraz hit wonderful drop shots today against Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas, they were rallying. He would come up with a drop shot really well. I mean, this guy has power, but at the same time, he's got the touch, which is what you have to have.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Last topic: are the big three done? And let's expand on this question for a moment. When I mean are the big three done, I'm saying, are they done in terms of their playability? And secondly, and most importantly, are they done because it's so damn boring and we're all tired of it and we're ready for them to be done so we can look to the next chapter?
No, I don't think it's done because of that. I think it's done because they're older now.
Do you think?
I think people want to see that.
Do you think their marketability has dropped? Nike dropped.
Yeah, but they have variety too. Delpo had some type of variety. Osaka does too. you're not understanding, Michael Walker, what he means by too much power. Even Serena would come at the net.
Too much power. You can't control it.
Meaning they're just hitting the ball hard.
Just
Whack, like Sabalenka. There's your example, Sabalenka. Ball
know?
shoots out, way out.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, why didn't she do something different?
You're hitting the ball too hard when you can't land it. In other words, if every time you whack the ball really hard, it goes 27 feet out, then you got too much power. You better pull that shit down a little bit and learn how to finesse the ball a little bit. Anyway, but look, the Nike, right, had to go through a boxing match to get the RF logo relinquished from Federer, right? From what I understand, Rafael Nadal's shoes, the Vapor shoes, as well as Rafael Nadal logo stuff, even though he just won a major, has been dropping off like flies. Just recently, we were at a tournament. We picked up a couple of Rafael Nadal stuff with the logos on sale. Anyway, I'm not worried about that. It should be much cheaper anyway. But not only do I think that most people are tired of the same old same, I think even the manufacturers are tired of the same old same. When Roger Federer went to Uniqlo, all his Roger Federer hats sold out in like 10 minutes, right? Roger Federer hasn't been around the game in like, for the most part, for the last year, 2 years, whatever. Now you can go to Uniqlo and you can get these shirts right now for $8. This shirt.
I thought we saw it for $2.
$2. Yeah, $2. Why do we have these shirts on? Yeah, I mean, they're clean, they're nice and thick, good quality. Got the Uniqlo. But we got them for like $3.
No, we paid $20.
But now you can get it for $3.
Yeah,
can you bring it up and we can show them? Go to Uniqlo. Google up Uniqlo RF hat. Uniqlo RF hat. I bet you see it for $2.99 at Uniqlo with free shipping. Now tell me how that works. You're paying $2.99 for a shirt and it's free shipping. You're like, I'm broke as shit, and I got the $2 shirt that costs supposedly more than that to buy because it's on sale and it's free shipping. Like, damn, someone's getting paid in here. Anyway, you find it? No. Look, Google up Uniqlo RF. No, put up Uniqlo Roger t-shirt. Anyway, are you tired of the big three or not? It's up to you. Are you? You tired of the big three?
No.
Are you tired of the big three? I'm not tired of the big three, but I'm tired of the propaganda that goes along with it. Okay? All right, here's the shirt. I got it on. Roger. See it? Same shirt. Got it on. Here's the price. Where's that price?
Just smaller.
Okay, here it is. $3.90. $3.90. All right. Anyway, that's why we got them. $3. Give me a dozen. Hit shit. All right.
I thought it was where's the Nadal in that? I thought it was Nadal won the U.S. Open. Didn't he win the U.S. Open? And then it was no, he won. Novak, Medvedev, and Novak have won the last 3 majors. Didn't Nadal just win the Australian Open? Mm-hmm. That's wrong. Hmm? Michael Walker says Novak, Medvedev, and Novak have won the last 3 majors.
It was Novak.
I thought the Australian Open was won by Nadal.
It was.
So you got that wrong. All right. Anyways,
we love you, Mike. We love you, Mike Walker.
No, but that's wrong. I mean, because you would have to say that it would be Novak, Medvedev, and Nadal have won the last 3 majors. Anyways.
Yeah, Jack Nolte said Nadal won the Australian
Did you see Serena Lewis Hamilton tried to bid invest for Chelsea? No, I have not.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm good. We have guacamole, by the way. I bought some fresh guacamole. So we have, Carly usually makes it, but
we'll make some tacos.
She's been kind of tripping out recently, so I got to lay off her ass. I got to start being more safe with my words. So, she's getting old, so I got to, kind of troll what I'm saying, because she's getting all finicky like a damn cat. Like, damn, I don't want to hear that crap anymore. I'm just like, Carla's like the pops. It's Carla. Truthful.
Okay.
Vibrant thing. Okay.
We're gonna make some tacos and maybe watch a movie. I don't know.
What movie we're gonna watch? What movie should we watch? If Yin Hao Kaur out there. If Yin Hao Kaur is out there, he's in Singapore, by the way. Yin Hao Kaur is the movieologist. He could tell us the best movie to watch that we probably have never seen. Okay.
Adios. Gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah. Gotta come.